Hey there, CENIMASTER fans. Hope you're ready for some movie magic. Let's dive right in. The movie starts with a young man named Sam, who was riding a train. His life was hard, and everything was weighing him down. We learn that he's heading to a desert city to start a new job there. He was sitting, eating peacefully. He sees a woman in front of him with her child, and it's obvious that she's struggling financially, so he feels sorry for her and gives her his food. After that, he arrives at the station and is surprised to find the place completely deserted, even though the company he's supposed to work for told him someone named Keith would be waiting for him. Anyway, he checks out the place until he finds this person. He tries to talk to him to get any information, but the guy isn't interested in him at all, doesn't even hear him, just lets him talk to himself. Sam asks, "Where's the bathroom?" The guy just points to the bathroom without looking at him. Sam is annoyed by this guy's attitude, but he has no choice. He goes into the bathroom to freshen up, and as he's there, someone walks by and says, "Hurry up." He comes out of the bathroom and realizes the guy he was talking to is Keith, the one he was waiting for from the company. So he gets in the car with Keith and they head to the job. On the way, Keith tells him the trip will cost $300. Sam says, "The boss said I'd only pay $200. I'm not taking less than $300. If you don't like it, get out." Sam knows this area is remote and there's no one else to take him, so he has to go along. It turns out Keith is exploitative and opportunistic. After a while, Sam feels really hot and tries to turn on the car's AC. Keith gets angry and says, "If the AC runs, the car's engine will break down." After a bit, the car's tire goes flat. He forces Sam to do it himself. Sam has to listen because he wants to reach his workplace. While changing the tire, he sees a stray dog attacking another dog and is shocked by the sight because he's not used to seeing animals attack each other. Keith scares off the attacking dog and kills the injured one with a stone to put it out of its misery. After that, Sam manages to change the tire, and they continue on their way to the company. At night, they camp in the desert and light a fire to keep warm and to keep wild animals away. They start talking and get to know each other better, discovering that both of them are alone and have no family. Keith asks, "Why you work so far like this?" Sam replies, "I'm living a really hard life and I don't want to beg." Keith tells him, "The people there are tough. They'll exploit you." The next day, they set off again, but this time Sam is driving while Keith sleeps. While Sam is driving, he notices that Keith is completely asleep, so he decides to turn on the AC because it's so hot. Unfortunately, after a short distance, the engine breaks down. Keith wakes up furious and gets out of the car, angry and frustrated, not knowing what to do. Sam says, "I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back." He walks away to relieve himself, and when he's done and heads back to the car, he notices a rock in front of him shining brightly. He goes closer to check it out and discovers that it's made of pure gold. He quickly calls Keith to come and confirm if it's really gold or just an ordinary rock. As soon as Keith sees the gold, he's shocked and takes out a lighter and burns the rock. He says, if it turns black, it's just a regular rock, but if it stays the same, it's pure gold. Sure enough, it stays the same, and they confirm it's pure gold. They get their tools and start digging around it to get it out whole and take it. They try to pull it out with all their strength, but can't. Then Keith fixes the car and ties the gold to it to try to pull it out, but the rope snaps because it's so big. They spend the whole day digging around the rock. Then they notice the sun is setting. Keith says, "We need to gather firewood quickly because there are wild dogs watching us. As soon as night falls, they'll bite us." So they gather firewood and light a fire. They're so happy they start singing and dancing. At night, they sit and think together about how to get the rock out. Keith says, "Here's the solution. One of us has to stay with the rock to guard it, and the other goes to get a digger to pull it out of the ground." He says, "I think it's better you go get the digger, Sam." Sam replies, "No way, you go get the digger and I'll stay here with the gold." Keith says, "If you stay here, there are wild animals everywhere." Sam says, "I'll stay." Keith says, "Do what you want, I'll go get the digger and you stay here with it." The next day, they divide the food and drink they have. Keith gives Sam a phone and tells him, "I'll call you from time to time." Sam asks him, "Hurry up, we want to get this job done." Keith tells him, "I have a friend with a digger, I'll bring him and come right away." Then he leaves him and goes. Sam goes and puts dirt over the gold. He sets up his tent next to the gold and puts all his things inside. Before sunset, he goes to collect some firewood to light a fire at night, enough to last him. Indeed, at night he lights his nice fire and sits in front of it. He takes out some food to eat and leaves the rest. After a while, he notices the sounds of many wild dogs around him. He understands that the coming days won't be easy at all. The next day, he wakes up because of the intense sunlight and the heat of the ground. He's very annoyed and tired. The weather is very harsh and the sun is burning. After a while, he hears the phone ring and runs to it, but when he gets there, the call has ended. He stays under the tent, looking at the gold. Then he goes for a walk in the desert, looking for anything useful. By chance, he finds the wreckage of a plane and takes some parts from it to build a stronger tent to protect himself better from the sun. He rests for a while to save his energy and not get thirsty quickly. After a while, he hears a sound outside the tent. He rushes out to the rock in case someone is trying to steal it and looks outside. But it turns out to be his imagination. There's nothing there. He sits next to the gold, takes a piece of stone, and tries to break off some of the gold. He manages to break off a large piece, cleans it of dirt, and keeps it with him. After a while, Keith calls him. He answers and says, "Where are you?" Keith says, "Unfortunately, the engine broke down and I'll be late." Sam tells him to hurry up because he's dying of thirst and ends the call. At night, while sitting in front of the fire, he hears the dogs all around him. He grabs a stick with a burning end and tries to scare them off. He has to stay up all night so the dogs don't attack him while he sleeps. When morning comes, he tries to sleep a little, but the sun is burning his skin so badly that he can't sleep from the pain. He drinks some water and finds there's very little left, almost finished. At that moment, he sees a snake in front of him, so he tries to kill and eat it because his food is almost gone too. The problem is that while killing the snake, he accidentally knocks over his water bottle, leaving only a tiny bit of water. After that, he heads to the plane wreck again, hoping to find any food or drink. While he's at the plane, he notices someone coming towards him from a distance. He hides inside the plane and stays quiet. But the person approaches and calls out to him, and he discovers it's a girl who starts talking to him and tries to befriend him. He wanted to get rid of her by any means. She asks, "What are you doing here? And why this place in particular?" He stays silent, doesn't answer her, and leaves her in the plane and walks away. But the girl keeps following him until she reaches his tent. Sam wanted to get rid of her before she saw the gold. He says to her, "Mind your own business." She tells him, "I'm not leaving until I know why you want me to go." By chance, her eyes fall on the gold. She says, "I'm not leaving until I get half of it." He grabs a stick and hits her on the head, killing her. He's shocked and can't believe he's killed someone out of greed. After he calms down and realizes what he's done, he takes all the useful things she had, digs a hole, and buries her. After a while, he notices a dog digging in the hole to eat her body. He quickly chases the dog away, takes out her body, gathers wood, and burns her body completely to get rid of it. The next day, he wakes up to the sound of the phone. It's Keith calling. Sam says, "Where are you?" "I'm starving." Keith says, "Calm down, I'm coming with the digger, but it's slow and will take a long time." Sam is upset that he'll be late, and he's thirsty, hungry, and afraid he won't survive. After he hangs up, after a while he notices a car on the road. He thinks of taking the piece of gold he has and leaving in that car to sort out his life. But before he leaves, he looks at the big piece of gold, and his greed makes him hesitate and stay. After a long time thinking, he changes his mind and stays. After a while, he goes to gather firewood before night falls. While collecting wood, he's surprised by a new sandstorm. He keeps running around like a lost man, looking for anywhere to hide. The wind is so strong that a flying tree branch hits him and knocks him out. The next day, he wakes up to find the branch has pierced his body. He doesn't care about the pain. His only concern is to look for the small piece of gold he broke off and find it. He keeps searching everywhere until he finally finds it. As soon as he's sure it's next to him, he collapses beside it. Then he starts to feel the exhaustion and the intense pain he's in. After that, he removes the branch from his body and starts bleeding heavily. His condition is bad, so to stop the bleeding he ties the wound with part of his clothes, but it doesn't help. The wound keeps bleeding. He's forced to light a fire and cauterize the wound, which he does, feeling intense pain, and from the severity of the pain he passes out. After a while, he regains consciousness and starts hallucinating. He sees the girl he killed everywhere around him, and he's finally losing his mind, unable to comprehend what's happening. He snaps out of everything he's in because of the sound of the phone ringing. He answers the phone, and it's Keith. He tells him, "This girl is everywhere around me." Keith says, "Which girl? Don't let any girl find out about the gold spot." He keeps yelling at Sam on the phone, but Sam has enough going on and keeps crawling, struggling, and doesn't even realize he should answer him. After that, Sam is shocked when he sees the girl standing in front of him. Strangely, her face no longer has the wounds that were there before. The girl offers him food and water and says she wants to help him. He says, "Stay away from me." She says, "All right, but did you see my twin pass by here?" At that moment, Sam is sure that this time it's not a hallucination and that the girl in front of him is real, the twin sister of the girl he killed. He says, "I've been crawling since morning." She thanks him and leaves, and we notice she has a bow and arrows. She looks like a hunter. After that, Sam loses consciousness again. When he wakes up, he's shocked to find the dogs getting closer to him. They're waiting for the right moment to pounce on him and tear his flesh apart. He quickly calls Keith and says, "I'm done, and the dogs are everywhere around me." Keith tells him, "Calm down, I'm coming to you." Sam replies, "I'm dying of hunger and thirst." Suddenly, the dogs attack him one after the other and tear his flesh until he dies. The surprise is that Keith is watching the dogs eat Sam's body. and we realize he's been standing there for a while, waiting for the dogs to finish him off so he can take all the gold for himself. After making sure the dogs have killed him, he drives to the gold location with the excavator. Suddenly, he gets an arrow in the heart from the twin sister of the girl Sam killed, and Keith dies as well. We realize the twin killed him because she understood they were the reason her sister was killed. The movie ends on this scene. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all new updates. See you in the next video.